Alright, we've got the stream started there. We've got the stream started here. We're aloha, you can call me Craw. I'm going to do something I've never done before, which is do a go live notification on Instagram. Usually I will post a story earlier in the day that says I'm going to go live at a certain time. Today we're trying something new. Today we're actually going to post a follow-up to that. So we're going to do this. I don't really know what you're supposed to say in these. So we'll flip it around. I don't even know what to say in these. I mean, what do someone say in a go live notification? Hi, you're seeing me on Instagram. Leave Instagram and go somewhere else. Yeah, let's try that. Nope, that's a photo. What? How do I get it to take a video? I guess I have to shoot a video with my camera. Yeah, this is going really good, by the way. Video, there we go. Alright, so we're gonna try that, remember. Okay, let's go. Aloha! I know you're looking at this on Instagram, but get off of Instagram. Come hang out with me on Twitch because we're building some Lego tonight. Let's do it again. Ready? Okay, I like the thumbs up at the end. Aloha! I know you're over here on Instagram, but I'm over on Twitch. Come hang out with me while we build some Lego. Cool. Over here on Instagram, but I'm over on Twitch. Alright, so we're going to use that to upload that. Boom. I know you're looking at this on Instagram, but get off of Instagram. Come hang out with me on Twitch because we're building some Lego tonight. Yeah. We want to use the other one. There we go. And then we're going to put a share. No. Undo. So add a sticker. We'll have the countdown sticker. Because the other one hasn't expired just yet. Or maybe it just expired. Probably just expired. These are all the fun things I do to get my stream going. Yeah, alright. Nope. Cancel. Let's add a twitch.tv/Aloha Craw. AW. There we go. Done. Let's put that down there. And then we hit send. I don't know. So that's the thing. I mean, if you know me, I'm a fan of growing and changing as a communicator. So to me, I'm trying something new. But today, we're building this beautiful set right here. Lego set idea. Lego Ideas. Set 92177. If you don't know what Lego Ideas is, it's actually kind of a cool thing. Someone designed this set. Sent it off to Lego. Lego, after 10,000 people said that they would buy this set, put it together in a set, redesigned it so it made financial sense to them, and then they sold the set and they gave them a copy of that. And I think that's kind of a cool program that they have here. I've never submitted something from Lego Ideas because I haven't had a good idea yet, but one of these days, that's kind of a long-term goal of mine, to submit one. I remember when this was on Lego Ideas, I liked the set, but I thought it could have been... but then when they actually made it, I wasn't as impressed with it. But I got it on sale, so let's check it out. Yeah, first things first, let's open the box. Then we can open the set up. We got a couple of bags. Here's bag number 4. Bag number 1, we'll start there. Bag number 4. Bag number 2. And bag number 3. And these are all part of bag number 4. So we'll put 3. So we're going to put those in there. Put it there. Here's our book. Does this have no stickers? Is this all printed on pieces? We'll find out, won't we? I think this is all printed on pieces. Sweet. We'll leave the book in here because we don't need the book. We use the book on the computer. So let's get into this, shall we? So here is the LEGO Ideas book. Meet the fan designer. So this is the guy who came up with the concept, and this is his initial set here. You might not expect someone from landlocked Idaho, United States, to be a ship designer, but that's exactly what Jake Sadovich became when he submitted his ship in a bottle model to the LEGO Ideas website. A LEGO fan since before he can remember, Jake was inspired by an actual ship in the bottle that he had built years earlier when he decided to take on the challenge of recreating the famous combination of artwork and puzzle in LEGO brick form. How did it feel when Jake's model reached the magic number of 10,000 votes for consideration? Awesome, and kind of strange. Excitement at reaching the 10K mark in just 48 days. A great feeling of satisfaction that so many people liked my creation, and gratitude they took the time to support and make it happen. I was one of them. Jake's advice for other LEGO builders who want to create a successful LEGO Ideas project: just build the things that you enjoy building. I built this just to see if I could. It was only after I posted and received a lot of positive feedback that I even dreamed of submitting it to LEGO Ideas. Now what I like here is you can actually see this over here is his original design. I liked his original design so much. A lot of us are really kind of bummed they didn't go with the original design, but they have to make what makes most sense for them. So here are the model designers. These are the guys who took this and turned it into this. Helping turn Jake's idea into official set was the meaningful project for Thiago Catharino. I soon found out enough of that making a LEGO ship in a bottle must be as challenging as doing it in real life. However, I enjoyed it every step of the way and was very excited to be part of the project. Ships and the sea mean a lot to me, as historically speaking, the Portuguese were one of the greatest maritime explorers back in the 15th and 16th centuries. I was really inspired by Jake's original submission and tried as much as possible to keep the details that made his idea such a huge success. There was room to do crazy building techniques and sneak in some fun elements in cool colors, as well as bringing back some really old ones that we hope the fans will enjoy. LEGO graphic designer Mark Tainter had a nostalgic experience too. It was great working on the new sail. We wanted to resemble the flag that Jake used in his model, with the old LEGO Castle lion emblem. So it was a lot of fun designing a sea monster with this look in mind and trying to give it a classic LEGO feel with a more modern LEGO style. We're very happy with it. And here it is in French, or maybe Spanish. But here we actually get into the set now. I'm worried this is going to be a super fast build, by the way. I'm paranoid about that. I don't think it will be as fast as the Everyone is Awesome, but I feel like this is still going to go very fast. So we're going to knoll today. So all the knollers in the house can breathe a sigh of relief knowing that I'm going to do this as oddly satisfying as they like it to be. Alright, so here's our separator. So these must be the sail element pieces. I mean, this is a very nice looking sail, I'm not gonna lie. I'll be curious to see how it looks when I'm at, oh, this is a square piece. I got plenty of room over here, don't I? How far over can I go on my screen? Yeah, see, that is plenty of room over there. So I really can space these out. I was going to just put them all right here and just not use that much space. In fact, see, I have no idea how many of these there actually are. If I studied it, maybe I would know these things. I didn't. I dove right in. All right, that appears to be all of them. Oh. Pretty sure that's still in the frame. Let me look. Barely out of frame, so we'll move these up. There we go. Cool. But we have more room to go up north, and we need to go up further north. Let's get some of these. What else do we have? Get some more of these. Same color. Okay, there's another one. There we go. I wonder how frequently you have mixed match wing pieces. I call these wing pieces because they're always wings on airplanes. But I wonder how often you have like 3 of these and not 3 of those. You know what I mean? Like they're opposite sides. Just it's curious to me. Not curious like I'm a member of Turning Point USA or anything like that. I'm just saying curious when I'm just shit posting about. Legitimately curious to myself. Let's put these in next. I'm not gonna like make sure that these are perfectly lined up. I think there's a time and a place for things to be perfectly lined up, and this just isn't one of them. Aloha, Maddie Tavi. How are you doing today, my good friend? Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know Maddie Tavi, one, you're missing out on one of the sweetest, most silent killers there is in Among Us. She's wonderfully nice, just a generally overall joy to be around. Good to have her in my chat tonight. We are building this wonderful ship in a bottle Lego set. It was a set that I supported on Lego Ideas, which is Lego's way to get fans to design the sets for them. And then I didn't buy it when it came out because I didn't like how they changed the model. And then I got it on sale, right? Because that's the thing, right? I may not have said, oh, I love this set, right? I may have said, oh, I don't like the design of it. But there's a price point where you're like, you know what? I like it for that price. It hit that price point. It hit that price point. Let's look to see if there's any others. You're doing well, just got out of work, and thank you. Oh, always happy to do it. And mahalo for contributing to the Among Sam challenge. Someday soon, Sam will be able to sit here in this chair and play Among Us with you guys. How was work today? Did you have fun? I mean, some people have fun at work. Some people don't. I think it's important to find joy in work. And it doesn't mean you have to, like, love your job. You just have to find the joy in what you do, right? And I know for a lot of people that's hard, right? They're like, There's no joy in. I work in accounts receivable, right? I think there can be joy found in what the job does, how it fits into the bigger picture of things. Actually, wasn't that bad. None of the kids murdered each other. That's a positive development. Do you frequently have kids murder each other? Don't answer if the question is yes. I forget. So, do you work in like a school, a preschool, a daycare, after-school program? Because each one of those can be very high risk for murder. Aloha, Rex is a dinosaur. Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to have Rex as a dinosaur. Rex is a dinosaur. 1, she's a dinosaur. 2, she's a generally wonderful, nice, positive, bubbly person on the internet. If you haven't checked her out, really go ahead and do it. She does Lego games. I've seen her do Lego builds recently. Has cat ears. Sometimes she has her screen on, sometimes she doesn't. Really check her out. You won't miss out. Right now we are building the Lego ship in a bottle set. So this bad boy right here. Oh, Maddie had a WWE SmackDown with 2 kids yesterday. That is glorious. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I looked at this set many times myself, and then when it hit a certain price point, I pulled the trigger on it. I'm not normally a knoller when I'm putting things together, but I'm worried this is a set that will go fast as I build it. So I'm trying to make sure that I need at least the full 2 hours. And I know you're thinking, Craw, how are you going to build a 1,000-piece set in 2 hours? That will take easily 2 hours, but I think you don't realize that 300 of these pieces are translucent blue studs, which you just pour into the ship bottle. And there's a lot of it that is the outside. I always make sure I do the digital version of the book. 1, it saves me real estate on my desk, and so many of the sets that I actually building are like me restoring a set. So in other words, it's like a set that I got at a tag sale, right? I buy someone's big bin of Lego from their childhood, and then I go through and try to figure out what sets they have. That for me, I'm so used to doing it this way that when I don't do it this way, it feels very weird to me to not have a digital copy of the book. You're at work? No worries. Take your time, my friend. I work and lurk on you every day, it feels like. Oh, yeah. Gotta appreciate WWE SmackDown with 2 kids. It's been a while since my kids were in... my kids, of course, do summer school, and they do normal school. I'm not saying non-summer school isn't normal, but you know what I'm saying. But in terms of after-school care or anything like that, it's been a long time since I had my kids in some sort of program like that. And I always felt like that's where the shenanigans would happen. Like, during instruction, I feel like kids, for the most part, can mind their manners and act appropriately. It's when they have to do after-school care that shit gets real. At least that was my impression of it, listening to my kids talk about their day. Speaking of kids doing WWE, I have them in my office. Feel like he turned it around. He can get them back. My son was having a rough afternoon with not wanting to do his homework, and I took away his Beyblades. If you're saying, oh, what's the what now? Do not feel bad. Beyblades are this weird little TV show anime thing that kids are into. And it really is, you build some sort of spinning top with various different parts, and then you put them on the spinning device, and then you put it over like this big bowl, and you rip them out, and then they spin around, and your guy bashes into another guy's, and somehow someone wins and someone doesn't win. And my kid loves them. There's even a TV show, and the TV show, like, I mean, I'm not going to talk trash about kids' TV shows because I know that I watched trash TV shows when I was a kid too, right? There's nothing shameful about that. That's part of finding something that you enjoy, even if it's absolute garbage. I think is the most powerful thing that someone can do, because it really is you saying, I like this and I don't care if anyone else enjoys this, right? Like a friend of mine posted on Instagram, because she's got heavily into ASMR, and she's like, should I keep doing ASMR? And there was the yes and the no, and I hit the no, and I was like, one out of, there was like 8% no and 92% yes, and I was like, look, I'll be honest, I hate ASMR, I think it is stupid, but nothing makes me happier than to see how much you are loving ASMR, so keep doing it, be yourself. But yeah, so I absolutely do not understand what's going on with Beyblades, but my kids are. Oh, mahalo for being in and out of work. I get it. I lurk all the time. I sit right here at this desk. Generally, I have whoever I'm watching on Twitch right here on my iPad, typing away. So I know what it's like to work and lurk. Oh, these want to go here. Like I said, I am only knowing because I think this is going to go really, really fast once we start building. And I just want to make sure I use 2 full hours. Alright, what else do we have? Man, there's a ton of pieces. So this is pretty much the ship inside of it, as you can see. So bag 1 is just the ship. Bag 2 and 3 is going to be this portion of the bottle, and bag 4 is going to be the rest of the battle. So that's what we're building. I imagine this will be the longest part of the build, right? I imagine this base will be another long part, but I think 2 and 3 we're just going to fly through. I do not imagine those are going to take very long at all. From my experience with those types of steps. And it's not that it's a simple build, it's just that they're big, bulky pieces. And there's a lot of intricacy built into it. Right? Because I think that's where things get long, is you start grabbing the wrong piece. You can't find what piece you actually need. You don't know where you're going for things. Those are the things that take long in builds. And aside from the ship, I just don't imagine it to be a complex build. I just don't. Famous last words. If you're watching the YouTube of this later, scroll to the end and watch how much I absolutely say I had no idea it was going to be this tough. I'm going to eat those words. Those words are going to age like milk, as they say on Reddit. I keep debating if I like this layout for my Lego builds. This is the layout on my Twitch scenes. Because when I did the MOC stream, I really liked breaking out my green screen. And I often wonder if this would make sense for when I'm using the actual whatchamacallit build, right? Like, imagine if I took the build portion and I dragged that down and I moved my head over on top of it, and then I had, basically, as opposed to a wide space for my build, I had a long space for my build. I don't know, I go back and forth on that. Someday I'll try it. The problem is I really like my scroll bar, and I want to keep the scroll bar to be that nice horizontal bar that goes across the whole screen. I really like the scroll bar. The scroll bar is huge. Digital book is available on Lego.com. If you go to Lego.com and look at the instructions, or actually just go to the listing on Lego.com, they all have links to the instructions. If you can't find it on Lego.com, they have an instructions page. It is Lego sets. This page? Yeah, so it's Lego.com, then service building. So from anywhere in here, you go to customer service, building instructions. You can type in the name of the set or what the set is. So in other words, if you're finding this set, you would type 76108 or Sanctum Sanctorum Showdown. Those are the type of things you would put into here, and then it would help find what you're looking for. Yeah. I highly recommend it. It's one of the, especially the one thing that I would point out is if you're looking at older sets, I don't think they always rendered them directly into PDF from a digital format. I think sometimes they're actually scanned, and it is poor image quality. Poor image quality. All right, we're done of knolling. Now we can start building. Oh, look at that. Always start somewhere. Always start somewhere. So one thing I've always enjoyed is trying to make sure that the Lego print faces the same direction as many times as you can. Oh, well, these were 4s. I grabbed 3s. So obviously I grabbed the wrong color. This is not the dark brown. This is the light brown. Again, that's one of the problems with the digital. Is depending on your screen calibration, sometimes it isn't as good of a match as you would like it to be in terms of being the true color. Hey, that's what Twitch is all about, coming up and seeing what you can do from other people, and learning. Like, I never thought to do a green screen on my stream until I saw that Square guy do his, and I was like, that looks pretty great. Trying to make sure my Legos are all facing the same direction. The Lego on the actual dimple. Now, one trick, and then this one is going to be hard because they want you to make it nice and flat. So I always find if I take this and I rub it on the table, that flattens it out. So it really becomes that nice, flat, straight across. And now we need these two, which is only one way that it can go up. So I can't do too much. Oh, you guys got back. Well, one, I'm glad that if anyone was going to interrupt me, it is your husband, Matty Tabby. He is a wonderful human being. Even though he doesn't stream, I do think very highly of him. I'm excited for the build, too. Matty, Rex, have I introduced the two of you before? All right, so then we're going to repeat this twice. Okay, so we're going to get two of these. I don't believe so. Okay, so Maddie, Rex, Maddie. Rex is another streamer. She will stream during my work day, oftentimes. I see her play Lego games and Lego builds sometimes. And for the benefit of Rex, Maddie is a newer streamer. I've only seen her streaming at night sometimes, and she's been playing Lego games. I met her playing Lego Batman, but she's been doing a lot of Lego Harry Potter lately. So I think there's a lot of overlap between you two. So I want to make sure you guys get to know each other a little bit. And actually, Rex is working on Lego City Undercover at the moment, too. Alright, so I have to do that, and now I'm going to put the reds on as well. And again, the more you put on, the more uneven it can get, which is why I really like putting them flat and stretching it like that. Hey, I am glad that the app has been life-changing for you. It really does make it easier to find where you're going. And it also can give you, if you put a point as a destination, if I remember right, it'll give you a stud trail to follow to get to where you want to go. So that is also a win-win-win right there for you. And then I have to put 2 more of these on here, like that, and then it can click in like that. I'm amazed that you got that far into the game without knowing about that, more than anything, if you ask me. That's a talent. I don't know how you got that far without knowing that. I don't know how you did. All right, cool. So now we've done through step 4, and we can go on to step 5. Step 5 is going to be simple. It's with a Technique connector. And then one of these light teals right there. Though the little one in the corner ran around finding things. Yeah, no, I figure out conceptually what you did there. I'm just saying, probably wasn't the easiest way to do things. All right, so we're going to use this right here. And we're going to use 2 of the cheese wedges, and in the middle of the cheese wedge is going to be one of these 2x1 slopes, like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to put it right between here. So again, we're making kind of the back part of the ship. I don't know if you can see that. We're making the back part of the ship. Aloha, RDR Zone, ladies and gentlemen. RDR Zone's in the house. If you don't know RDR Zone, phenomenal Indian dude who does lots of zombie games. I see him do Tomb Raider sometimes. Just very intellectual, talking about games, talking about concepts in games. I've always enjoyed being in his chat. Give him a shout out. Check him out. I would recommend it. All right, now we're working on another part. I don't know what we're working on now. For the benefit of RDR Zone, we're working on a Lego pirate ship in a bottle. I heard the sound like something fell. You have no idea. Oh, yeah. Okay. You have no idea what I'm talking about. Got it. Making me look bad in front of my chat. You're playing State of Decay now, right? Right? I'm correct on that, correct? Oh, this looks nice. Whatever this is meant to be. And then we're going to take one of these 2x1s. Okay. Alright, so then that is going to click on... Oh, I did that wrong. That needs to go on here, like this. See, I've already made a mistake. I mean, it didn't go so far along. I didn't go so far along that I had to use my brick separator. So I don't know if that really classified as a mistake. So I'm not taking credit for that being a mistake. Now we can put the cheese wedge down there. And let's see, this needs to be that piece on like that. Then we're going to take another one of these 2x1 slopes, click it on there, and this is going to be the back portion of our little ship here. I'm liking this ship so far. I mean, it's not the ship that was promised to us, was designed, but I'm liking it so far. Because like I said, that was my big beef about it. We voted for a design, and they didn't give us the design we voted for. Alright, so that's going to be one of these little brackets. Well, it's unfortunate that they didn't give us the design that we voted for, but I understand it, right? They have to make a set that will sell. At the end of the day, LEGO has to make a set that will sell. And they made the calculated decision based upon whatever metrics they know, and they know their metrics, that the set as presented would not sell, but the concept would. And here I am building it. Alright, so this is then going to go on like that. So again, this is the back part of the ship, the butt of the ship as you may call it. Yes, money matters. And now we're going to be building some more of the side bunting. This is our last 1x4. Are you feeling the anxiety with me? I'm feeling the anxiety. And then we can take this and click that in as well. And then that is going to click on very nicely there. So we're starting to build the side. Now we're going to build the back one of those two, which is always nice when it starts to get the symmetry. And I think the symmetry is where it really starts to throw people, because you start getting into this groove of how things get together based upon what you just built last time, thinking it's going to be the exact same thing I did last time, but in reverse. And so you start getting cocky when you start just looking for the pieces as opposed to saying, maybe Lego has instructions for a reason. And this is where people get into problems when they're doing their Lego builds. There we go. And then one more of these. And then that is going to click in. Yep. Look at that. You need the bot response. Yeah, see, I'm programming my bot to do things. There it is. I'm still trying to teach my bot to be better about letting people know the first time they pop in, and only saying it that time. It has some hiccups still. All right, so there we go. We now have one side, a back, and the other side of our little mini ship that goes in the bottle. We've not built the bottle yet. All right. Ooh, that's fancy. Okay. This is going to have 3 of the grated cheese wedges onto it. Now, the one thing I do have to say about this build so far is this is going to be obviously a display-only set. This is not a set that I imagine I'm going to let my kids manhandle and run around the house with. This is going to go sit on a shelf because there's a lot of one brick connections on this. That is cute. Look how they did the top. Look how they did the little top up here. I love that. That is cute. That is well done, Lego. I never would have noticed it if I wasn't doing this. Again, so here's an example, right? So this is a 2x1 tile, right? And it wants you to put it on right here, and it's being held on by one stud. But it can slide all around, all over the place, and it'll pop off super easy if you let a kid play with this. Which is, again, why it's a ship in a bottle. No kid is going to play in it. This is coming along very nicely. And that's what I like about watching Lego sets get built, even if I'm not building it, or even if it's not a set that I'm particularly excited about, because they do some interesting build techniques that I never would have thought of. Like I was watching, Lego's been doing a lot of sports stadiums recently, and I'll be honest, I'm not buying a sports stadium. I'm not going to buy the Man U stadium or the Barcelona, whatever their team is called, stadium. Camp Noir, I think is the name of it. I'm not going to buy any of those stadiums, but I watched someone build it because I wanted to see what were the interesting things that they did. And one of the sets that I've wanted to build for a long time is an Oakland Alameda County Coliseum set. That set is meaningful to me because I'm from Oakland. And I just would love a set of that. But one of the struggles I've always had with building that set, watching them build the Camp Noir, if that's the proper name of it, of Barcelona soccer team, helped me understand how I would ever build that if I ever get around to building it. So if nothing else, thank you, LEGO, for releasing this set. I have no desire to purchase because it taught me something that's going to help me build something that I do want to build later. Okay. There we go. Okay, that's on there. And now we're going to take one of these, and that's going to go right on top. And one of those is going to go right there on top of that. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be a 3. We're going to put our pie piece in the middle. And our 2x1 on the other side of that. And that's going to click in just like that. Again, continuing along this nice little ledge. This nice little ledge. Flip it over, and we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side, right? Nope, we're not flipping it over yet. Aloha, Peace Dog, ladies and gentlemen. We got Peace Dog in the house. If you are looking for a wonderfully insightful mental health streamer who's going on their own health and fitness journey, check out Peace Dog. You won't go wrong. Peace Dog, for your moment of zen, today we are building a Lego ship in a bottle. That's what we're building today. Alright, so that's going to go there like that. And those are going to go just on like that. I'm going to take that 2x1 slider. And another 2x1 slider. Rail piece is another name for that. Yep, there are glass Lego bricks you're about to see. I mean, they're not glass, they're translucent white, translucent, no color added Lego blocks. But yes, that's what we're dealing with. There we go. Just gonna have that. And then a 2. And then a 1. And then this is gonna connect in like that. Okay. Look at that. There we go. That's actually a good, nice, secure connection there. That's gonna hold those pieces in beautifully. And then that's going to go on top front. And there we go. Okay. And then that clicks in. Only 2 points of contact there. Only 2 points of contact. How's that going to hold? Aloha, Snow Bunny. How are you doing on this fine evening? One, if you don't know Snow Bunny, she is Peace Dog's better half in here to be a Snow Bunny. Greatly appreciate her being in the house tonight. Now we're going to do this reverse on the other side. So Peace Dog, how was your latest Just Chatting stream? Aloha the bot and I both want to know. And then that's going to click just in like that. I mean, this is coming along very nicely. This is a cute little build. There we go. Then we take our 2x1 sliders, rail pieces, put them together like that. Way better half. Well, I'm not going to go with the way better. I mean, she is lovely, she is wonderful, but you are pretty great yourself. So don't sell yourself short there, buddy. There we go. Again, good uses of the light browns and the dark browns in this set. Overall, I appreciate what they're doing. Very nice. Again, nice front of the ship coming together on both sides. She walked away. She was twisting my arm. No, she was not. You appreciate her. Alright, and then those click on. And now we're going to use these 4 rails. Again, they are barely going to be held in here. Right, these front ones are going to have 2 points of contact, which is going to make them nice and secure. But these back ones are only going to have 1 point of contact, and they're going to wibble around. I don't know if you can see that wiggle wobble, wiggle wobble. There's that one much more securely in there. Oh, there we go. We're going to get these last 2 on this one. And these are all going to have 1 point of contact, which is not ideal, but it's what we're working with. Then we're going to take 2 more of these, which have the holes into it, so somebody tells me there are going to be masts that go into those. Now there's nothing on this one, but there's nothing for anything to grip on. And they're just going to have me place that in there, nothing holding into place. I'm assuming there's going to be stuff on top that connects it in place. Aloha Forever Devoted. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Forever Devoted in the house. If you're looking for a wonderful, positive, just genuinely nice mom streamer, you can do no wrong with Forever Devoted. She's been playing a lot of Tomb Raider lately. I've seen her play Lego games in the past. But check her out. She often is a part of our Among Us, where while she is super nice and sweet, she is proving herself to be quite the good imposter. We are building a Lego ship in the bottle right now, Forever Devoted. How are you doing? So again, this piece that we just built here, while it is kind of the stairs, it is also going to hold this piece over here on the left and the side. Hold on with me for 1 second. I got to let my dog out of the room. She is scratching. It wasn't quite long enough for me to get to the whole Be Right Back screen. So I apologize if everyone's like, we get to see the song. If you're itching to get the song, go to my YouTube. You can happily check out. Let me just get you guys a link to it. You can go check out videos of me doing stuff, including the Be Right Back video. Oh, that's nice. Kids are sword fighting. Are they real swords? 1. Are they foam swords? 2. And are they pool noodles? 3. That's how we make lightsabers in our household. We take a pool noodle and we cut it in half. And then you have a lightsaber. Alright, so that's going to click in there with that. This is some sort of flag off the back of the ship. Right. And then that's going to click on right here. Again, this is not going to be a very secure hold. This is just going to be a display piece. Homemade foam swords and PVC pipe, lots of electrical tape. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Some good ingenuity there. Alright, the front is going to be a very similar build in terms of taking a brown oh, here it is. That's going to click in there. And then one of these. That's not right. That might have been that sound, whatever that fell earlier, that might have been the piece. Because this needs to be longer than that. What was this one on the back? Oh, I bet I did that wrong. I bet the one on the back is supposed to be the blacker of the two. The darker of the two. Yeah, that's what I did wrong. Where the front is the longer of the two and a different color. Again, that's very hard to see. She did skip. Yeah. I've had this Lego Sandwich for years. I do. It was on sale recently too. That's the reason I picked it up. Wait, I thought she did the original. I think she did 2013 Tomb Raider and then skipped Rise. That's what I thought she did. I could be wrong. Right, this is going to go between the two. And then that's going to go in front like that. There we go. Okay. Now these, of course, are cannons. I like this. This is a cute way to do a cannon. So this is the modified stud. Usually this is used for grips and technique builds. But in this instance, it's going to be a cannon. And as you can see, it's going to go right here on the side. And it really is kind of a cannon. You did Rise, then Shadow. You're going to do Shadow, so Rise was a bonus. Oh, okay. Okay. Did you do the first one then? Did you do the first Tomb Raider? Is that the one that you skipped? Of all the three, I felt Rise was the best. Yeah, these cannons, these look cute. This is another very good use of piece form to build something unexpected. I mean, I don't know when else I would need little cannons to peer out of the side of a ship, but this is clearly how I would do it. I might even call this piece a cannon piece now. That's how much I enjoy its use as a piece for cannon firing. You're biased with Tomb Raider, so never kind of ask it. Yeah, so that was the thing I do have to say about the Tomb Raiders. I'm kind of a 100%er in general. Comes from me playing mostly Lego games. But I 100%ed all of them. I played them all multiple. I haven't played Shadow mode. I'm still in my second playthrough of Shadow. I kind of stopped. I debate if I should start from scratch when I go after it, or if I should just keep going from where I left off. I don't know what to do. We'll figure it out. Now we're going to be building these flags. So this is cool. They're using this. This is generally used for minifigures to put like as a backpack on a minifigure. You put the stick from the body through that hole, and you can put a backpack on someone using a piece like this. So I think it's great that they're doing that. All right, and then we're going to use this to go straight up. And then we need a second one. Okay. There we go. And then this is going to use the opposite. The same cannon piece, but a different color. We're going to plug in it upside down, and it's going to kind of hold them in like that. And then we have to build this twice. This is, of course, the sails. Probably best to build from one side over. if we put it on the right way. I swear sometimes. Right? And this is how you make a sail. Let's build our second one. So again, pop those in. Use your table to push it to the end. Pop that in as well. And then the third piece goes on. And we perfectly spaced. And then what we can do is we can take that. We pop it in like that. And we have to do this twice. So here's one set of sails. I agree with you. I agree with you. I missed in the old games. I felt like it was more puzzle oriented. I thought there were so many good puzzles built with original Tomb Raiders. I was really hoping, because they were talking about, it was teased, the idea of rebooting or remastering all the original 6 Tomb Raider games and releasing that on modern consoles. They never ended up doing it, though. But I was really looking forward to that. I thought that would be good. So the thing that I found, because I've been replaying the original Tomb Raider anytime I get like a truly free stream, where I don't have anything else committed and I'm not working anything else. I've done it on and off. I've found it painful to play the original one. One of the reasons I've been finding it painful to play is one, I'm not a keyboard. I can type fairly well. I know how to type. I'm just not good at using a keyboard as a controller. One. I almost think I would be better if I got a PlayStation 2 and then just got all the games originally that way. I think I would be better off. It would work better out for me better. I'm so much more of a controller person. RDR Zones, nah. The thing is, you can really reboot with modern graphics for the original games. You must relied on visual, yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I've tried playing it, and it's also one of the reasons why I like to stream off of the console via my capture card. You just don't run into as many problems as a streamer, I find, looking for the game to be captured. Particularly with those really old DOS-based games. It was very frustrating for me to try to broadcast with that. So yeah, unless those get released on like a console or a console that I own, I doubt I'm ever really going to replay them. I own them all via Steam. It just was such a headache to play that one game. I don't know if I'm ever going to do it again. Third party after register. Well, no, I could get it to register, but the problem is every time I ran the game, it would lock out my ability to use OBS. Right? It was like, no, you're using the game. Play the game. Don't do anything in OBS while you're doing it. All right, now these need to go in here and here. These are our second and third masts. There we go. There we go, okay. Now we're going to build the first mast next. Yeah. Exactly. You know my pain. You know my pain. Now this one wants us to build it a little differently. They don't want us to start with the pole. And the reason they want us to start with the pole is it's going to have to go in to that. And then this, let's just push that down a little bit. Again, this is going to be in there, the flimsiest of connections. Flimsiest of connections. And then our sails. going to click in just nice like that. Now let's make sure we line them up properly. And the sail is going to click right in there. Like that. Now these are extra pieces. Always nice for them to give us extra pieces. Let's go dump this in my extra piece bucket. Push it right back over here. Now we can get bag 2 out. Here's our ship one last time before we start on bag number 2. We'll put this right over here. I can look at it, but I don't think you guys get to see because it's just out of frame. It does look great. Again, I think this is going to be a great looking set. I just don't imagine this is going to be a set that I'm going to be excited when my kids are like, Dad, can you take it down and we can hold it. As terrible as that is to say, I do not think this is going to be that set. Alright, here we go. We have a ton of translucent bricks. I don't know how well these are showing up on screen. Let's go look. How's it showing up on screen? They show up all right. Okay. Oh man, there's a ton of different types in here too. Yeah, knolling will be super important here. So we're going to start knolling. Because again, that's going to help me when I actually get around to putting them together. They look shiny. So yes, this is a set that I think is going to be a set that if you were to part out, I don't think it would help your collection much because you would get a ton of basically the same piece because of the bottle and the water inside the bottle, which you'll see when we get to that point. Well, just these. How many of these do we have? Let's see. How many of those do we have? 2x1 translucent. Where are they? 77. There we go. 77 of those. I'm not going to count how many I've already laid out. But it is plenty of them. Yeah. It's funny because oftentimes when I do an order off of Bricklink, I'll get a ton of the same piece. Right? I go buy a bunch of 4x4 white plates for my Winter Village. Or there was a time when I was working on like the lake portion of my Winter Village, I bought a ton of the same pieces. And this right now just feels kind of like that. It's a ton of the same piece. But like I said, splitting these out is going to help me be able to build quicker. Because I imagine chaos building this would be suck because it's so hard to tell which of these pieces is which right now, because they're all the same color and vague shape. The translucence doesn't help it either. It doesn't. Slide those over there. Oh, we're doing a fourth row. It's funny, I started watching this new YouTube channel I found called Kara and Nate. I started watching them because they went to Antarctica. And they did like a cruise, and it was like, hour or 2 hours worth of videos about the Antarctica trip, and I just thought it was good. And then I got used to them. And I've been watching, they recently, well, not so recently, but when COVID hit, they were travel bloggers. And they couldn't travel internationally, so they bought a converted Sprinter van, and then they lived in that, and they've been traveling around the country in that. And it's been interesting, to say the least. I don't think I ever could be the type of person who could have lived in a van. Even when I was single and had no kids. I don't think I could have done that. It's a cool idea. Just don't think it's for me. Alright, there it goes. Alright, now we're going to put these ones. These bricks. Again, there's two types of brick in here. There's a brick with a snot side, and then a traditional brick. And I want to make sure that my snot side ones are separate. For those who do not want to understand what snot means, snot is a Lego term, which means stud is not on top. Snot. It's generally meaning, as opposed to building a brick up like this, you build it to the side. So anytime you're taking a 90-degree turn from traditional up and down with Legos, you're doing snots. Oh, I needed a second row. Again, it's hard to know exactly how many of these I have. To create room for. And that's one of the problems I've always had with knolling, is it's hard to know exactly how much room you're going to need for a brick type until you start doing it. And then it's just a matter of putting them in to place. Make sure that you're not eating up too much of the wrong real estate, you know what I mean? On the positive side, once we knoll, this will go quickly. And look, here's another 2x1. Luckily I left room. Here's a 2x1. Do I like doing jigsaw puzzles as well, or just Lego? I actually started trying to get into jigsaw puzzles because the local fair, state fair, so Massachusetts doesn't have its own state fair, mostly because New England as a whole is not very large states. So rather than all the states having their own individual fair, because let's be honest, Rhode Island State Fair would be like size of a 7-Eleven. There's this one near me called the Big E, and it's supposed to be the New England State Fair for all 6 states. And we used to go to that every year, and then COVID hit, and I didn't stop going because of COVID, but last year they just didn't have a fair. And this year, with all the stuff going on, I just don't feel right about it. But they had been talking about having a puzzle building competition. They asked people to sign up for the puzzle building competition. So we bought a bunch of 500-piece puzzles and just started going through how do you build a puzzle as quickly as possible. So we've done 2, and we have about 3 or 4 others. And actually, they reached out to us earlier this week and were like, hey, we're going to, if you're still interested, we'd love to have you in the puzzle building competition. I'm assuming people are backing out on left and right because of Delta and whatnot, because the fair's already started and they were giving me pretty much 1 week's notice to get into this puzzle building competition. And so I politely declined. A puzzle building stream. You know what, Rex? I'll do that for you. We'll do that the next time we have an open stream. I could do that with Sam. That could be one of the streams I do with Sam. I'm sure he would enjoy that. All right. Now these are just 1x1 plates. These are cheese wedges. Right now we're working on a Star Trek puzzle in the living room. And what I'm finding is hard about the Star Trek puzzle, and I hadn't appreciated this, but again, this goes into things I hadn't thought would be difficult about a puzzle, right? Oh, it's a 500-piece puzzle. How hard could it be? Black pants? Not easy. All the black pieces are kind of the same. And you really have to try every piece to see if the piece works. And a Star Trek puzzle with Kirk and Spock set against space. It's a whole lot of hurt right there. So it's been on the table for about a month, and we're making very slow progress. Partially because every time I go out there, I have to kind of make sure that the things the kids have been doing to the puzzle were the right things to be doing. And then undo the wrong things that they did and try to make some forward progress. But we did a Hawaiian life scene, and that was fun and interesting. That took us a couple of weeks to build. I mean, we weren't sitting there for a couple of weeks at the table the whole time, but we'd work on it for 30 minutes, come back to it. A day later. It was interesting. If nothing else, I have a newfound appreciation for the people who build puzzles. Like, I remember I was in Toastmasters, and a guy had, built puzzles, and he brought them in, and he, taped them over on, a cardboard. I'm like, that's kind of silly. Why would you build a puzzle and then, tape over it so it stays in peace and display it as artwork in your house? And after all the amount of work that went into making that Hawaiian life puzzle, I kind of get why you would do that. I wouldn't do that, but I get it. It makes sense. You put a lot of work into it, and then what are you supposed to do with it? Just disassemble it? I get conceptually why he did what he did. Still, I wouldn't do it, and I'm totally not judging him for that. I'm just saying. Alright, and then we have these over here, our curves. There we go. Alright, we can start building. We're going to start with just one. We'll move these over here. I know they may not be in the scene for you guys. You may not see them on camera, but I assure you they're there. I just want to have a building area over here to build on. Alright, we're going to take 3 of these and put them on the bottom. It's really starting to rain out there. How's the weather where you guys are at? Then we're going to take 2 of the ones. Now, believe it or not, one of my big concerns about this particular build right now is how much fingerprints are going to show up on this, right? Like, I may have to wipe this down when I'm done if it's really smudgy. How much translucent pieces there are. Alright, there we go. And then we're going to take 2 more. There we go, okay, and then we're going to take 3 more of these 2x1s. There we go. Yeah, that's my fear right now. That is my big fear I have right now. How smudgy is this going to be? I mean, the nice thing about it is I'm not really going to worry too much about... They're not appearing to be too bad right now. I mean, I can definitely see it. I'm going to try to only touch the outsides of them. Like, I'm not going to be able to do much about the smudges on these. Yeah, this could be bad. So yes, Forever Devoted, maybe this is not a set you want with your kids around either. Smudgy, smudgy fingers. Okay. And then 2 more. And then 2 more. And then 2 more. I feel like I've just said and 2 more 12 times in a row. There we go. And then it wants us to turn on its back like that. And now we're going to do some snot building. So this is snot building at its finest. We're going to take one of these ones with the stud on the side, and we're going to take the one brick, translucent brick, and we're going to stick it off to the side. And then that's going to plug into the back of a stud on the side piece. And then another one goes out. And then another one. And another one goes. And another one goes. Another piece gets smudged. Hey, this piece is going to be fine. Just wait to see how it shows. Alright, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Okay, and I have to do this twice. So here's one of them. So really it is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then they go together. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then this is going to plug into the side like that. There it goes. And that's going to go on the other side. Like that. There we go. Okay. Very interesting how they had me build that. So this is what it's supposed to look like. Okay, I feel good. I feel very good with what we just did. I don't know why we did that, but it feels good. Okay. So we're going to start off with 3 2x1s. We're going to do the basic pyramid build. Then we're going to add 2 more. Start making an inverse pyramid. And then 2 more to continue pyramiding it out. Okay. So 3 and a 4 level. And then we're going to take 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then we're going to take 2 1x1 plates. We're going to stick them on the edge. And then a 1-piece cheese wedge. Oh, nope, we wanted to do 2. My bad. And then our 1-piece cheese wedge. There we go. And now we've got some sort of weird thingamabob. And then we're going to take even more of these ones. And we're going to put them on the studs, not on the top, the stud on the side. And SOS, SOTS, SOTS. And we're going to do this twice. And they're going to go out here like this. Okay, because we want that clearly is the indentation. Okay. So it was 3 on top, 4 on the bottom. Then 1, 2, cheese wedge. People don't know what a cheese wedge is. It's a 1x1 slope that kind of looks like a wedge of cheese. I would show it to you again. I don't know how well these translucents are showing up on my low def camera that is my face camera right now. I do have to say, this bottle build is more intricate than I thought it would be. It still is not a complex build. It's just not. It's more intricate than I thought it would be. Alright, and then that is going to click on like that. And oh, I forgot to put my 1x1s. Now something tells me we're going to repeat this process along this side next. Yep, we're going to repeat the process on the other side. Excellent. So this is probably the bottom of the, like the back end of the bottle here. That's probably what we're building. Okay. So there's going to be 4 on the top and 5 on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's get 4 of these. And there we go. Line them up by putting them flat on the table. Again, that's all about making sure that our pieces line up nicely. Then we're going to take our 2 cheese wedges on the end. I have to do this twice, don't I? Yep. So let's repeat the process. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is coming together quite nicely. Again, I'm not trying to be a speed builder for these. I'm just trying to be efficient with what I'm doing, right? Okay? Two different things. Two different things. Alright, now these are going to be a one piece and then our build. Okay. A 1 by 1 tile and then our cheese slope. And now we're going to put these on the insides. Of course, it's good to lay them on the ground so that you can use the tabletop to push in. You're not wibbling your Lego one stud connections. And then that's going to click in like that. I just realized something. No, it's the same. I realized why they did what they did. The reason they wanted us to switch the exterior layers around the way they did was so that this side would have two studs to connect to. It's not the most glamorous way to get us a connection, but it got us a connection. Better than not having a connection as far as I'm concerned. And then these are going to put these 1 by 1s right on top. Oh, well. That explains why I don't have enough. I was using too many 2 by 1s. I wasn't, again, following the instructions. I was just going with what made sense to me. We need to use some of these 2 by 1s. There we go. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you follow the instructions, Lego never messes up. You are the one that messes up. Just always remember that. You're the reason it didn't go right. Not Lego. Never Lego. Always you. It makes sense. It makes it a little more secure. There we go. And now the curved piece is going to go on all 4 sides. Two. There, 3. And then here's our 4th one. 4. And then we're going to take 2 of these plates. And we're going to do that on 3 sides. Now, I know what you're saying. There's 4 sides. But the Lego ship in the bottle has to connect to something. And that's what these pieces are for. Yep. Oh, maybe on all four sides. I'm so smart, I'm getting everything wrong. And then we're going to use some more of these. To make some more connections. To hold them in place. I just realized why. Because there's a second layer for the cup, for the bottle. One, two, and three. There we go. Now these ones that are left over are going to be put in the one spot connectors. Again, to give our bottle just a couple more points of contact. Aloha, Lone Wolf. How are you doing? All right, now we're going to start building up where the ship is going to sit in this bad boy by taking two of the stud on the sides and going right in here like that. Voila. And then we're going to need two of our... You're well? Thanks. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I am building a Lego ship in a bottle right now. Always fun to do that. And next is going to be two flat by ones. Two more of these. Studs not on the side. Another pivot point for our ship. And that's going to go right there.
Yeah, alright.
Oh, thank you so much for the host, Lone Wolf. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, this is a cool set. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Alright, and now these are going to be there we go. 2 and 3. And then we're going to take two more of those. And put that in there. And we're going to do one more level. Well, probably a couple more levels. So I see we have at least one more of these brackets. And then we're going to take those two there. And then we're going to put these across to support mechanism. And good to build as much internal supports as you can get in as many places you can get. Always thank LEGO for doing that, because the more overlap they build, the more contingency plans they build into this, the more likely your LEGO set will survive a fall. Because there's nothing worse than working on something like this for a long time, then taking it out to show someone and it falls and it breaks. And it will break. I remember my nephew wanted to show me a set that he was building over Zoom. He wanted to show it to me over Zoom. So we went to go get it. Brought it out. And I was like, oh, congratulations. It looks so good. I'm so proud of you. And dropped it. And it was a very big, complex set that shattered all over the place. And I think he spent a good portion of the remainder of his vacation disassembling to reassemble. Well, yeah, yes, no, I mean, it's not going to break like a glass bottle. I mean, you're still going to be able to have to put these pieces together, but still, it is quite unfortunate. All right, now at this point, they want us to take the ship and put it into the bottle, like so. So there we go. And then we're going to build around. At this point, right? It's showing us how little clearance we have. Yeah, no, it was built the right way, guys. All right, 2 of those are going to go onto the side like that. Then these 2 are going to go onto the side like that. And then we're going to use these connectors to short up a little bit more. 1. So again, I'm not faulting Lego for doing this, but when you think about people who actually build a ship in the bottle, they have to build their Lego, they have to build their ship and then slide it into the bottle and then use like ropes to pull it up. Yeah, it's going to be a very snug fit. And I'm not saying I'm disappointed that Lego isn't going to make us do that here. I'm just saying, with how well they did the bonsai tree set to recreate the experience of pruning a bonsai tree, this kind of feels like a letdown. That we're building a bottle around the ship. I'm just saying, Lego. All right, so these, I'm curious why it's about a stud shorter. That's why. That's why. So the reason why they just had to do these 2 up here is the placement of this. If they'd gone with 2 of these pieces, they wouldn't have been able to make it fit in so snugly. And yep. That's exactly what it is. And there we go. Then we can put those on nicely. And we can fit those on very nicely on the top. And then we can put these ones here on the side. And it looks like all we're going to have left over is these 2 pieces. Not bad. Okay, let's take them, put them in our spare box. And now we do bag 3. Bag 3 is just these water pieces. And they recommend you'd put them in like that. And then when you tip it over onto its side, you can kind of like shake it to level it, I'm guessing. Now we have to build the top portion of this. So let's get out bag 4. Told you, bag 3 would be a quick bag. Now, the one thing I do have to say, I feel like this set, despite how common it is with the how much the piece count is inflated, this piece is probably going to be a very rare piece in the future. Don't see Lego using that piece in a lot of things. Let's put that over there. fact, I might as well just put these on now. I know where they're going to go. I don't think anything else goes in here. There we go. Coded, aloha, my friend. Welcome, and thank you for contributing to the Among Sam challenge. There you go. Coded knows the joke. Proud of you, COVID. How was your latest stream, Coded? It was just chatting, I can see. Well, did you know the other one, the go live notification? If you want to know the go live notification joke, type in fruit smoothies. That's one of your friend's favorite jokes. Well, I'm glad that I was able to honor your friend with the joke today. Why am I opening these? I don't need these yet. These are the globes. These are like the last things that go on. Like, again, this is another piece that's probably only going to exist in this set. Aw. I'm very glad. I'm very glad. It is very sad about the guy who invented the fruit smoothies. Alright, let's get some knolling on. Some sweet, sweet knolling action. We're going to start with these 2x1s. I want to make sure that I am placing them in camera, even though you can barely see them because it is brown on my brown desk. But I assure you there are pieces over here. Although, let's not knoll the end. We're almost there. Let's chaos build, baby. Let's chaos build. Let's finish it off right. Boom. There's a time and a place for knolling, and at this point, yeah, I remember. I think I was a part of it for a little bit. I wasn't there for the whole of it, but I was there for a part of it. I'm good, you know. I'm just working on this wonderful build. It's a build that I remember when they were doing it as part of the program. The Lego Ideas program, and then the set didn't come out the way I really liked it as a part of the Lego Ideas, so I didn't buy it. But then it was a good price, and I'm a sucker for Lego at a good price. There's very few Lego sets that I will be like, that's a good price. I'm still not getting it. There's very few Lego sets. Okay, that is not going in. So let's take that off. There, put that in, and then let's slide that in. There it goes. Yeah, I did drive by for lit. Oh. That is very sad. Please extend my condolences to your aunt's friend. Now this right here is, of course, a wheel, well, that they were using for the bottle stopper. Coded, I'm sorry to hear about your uncle. It does suck. It does suck. Rex is still here, crushing it. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to make sure I introduce people to Rex's dinosaur because she's kind of new to the community today. But I've been a part of her community for a while. And that is not meant to be like a shameful thing. She didn't even know I was streaming until recently. Anyway, she does Lego builds herself. She does Lego games herself. She's generally on during my work day. So I'll lurk in her background. And she is at work right now. This is quite the role reversal that me and her are going through right now. But feel free to check her out. I think you guys will enjoy her. If you're like, how can we make Craw a female who is cooler and bubblier, you get yourself Rex as a dinosaur. Yeah, cancer. Yeah, you know, and it's one. It's I think COVID has made cancer not quote unquote worse, but just in terms of people have had to miss screenings they normally would go to because of COVID. People's treatments have been put off because of COVID. My dad has lived with prostate cancer for many years. It's currently in remission. He has an artificial sphincter, which is a device that enables him to hold his urine. And there were some complications, so they had to remove it, and they haven't been able to put it back in because of COVID in his area. So my dad, a 76-year-old man, has to wear a diaper because he can't get an appointment to get his artificial sphincter put back in because too many people have COVID. So this is my daily reminder to everyone out there. If you are not getting your vaccine and you are not socially distancing and you're not doing those type of things, what are you doing to end this pandemic? Not to shame, just I'm legitimately asking that question. What actions are you taking? Because my dad has to wear a diaper. Selfishly, my dad has to wear a diaper. Right, then that goes on there like that. And then that's going to plug in just like that. Okay, cool. Oh, really? What was the name of the girl group? I don't think I may know them. Yep, agreed. It's kind of like recycling. Kind of like recycling. And then this is going to plug in. There, like that. Then we can plug in the other one. A Spice Girl passed away. I feel like that would have made news over here in the States. I just feel like that would have been news here. I would have heard that. I'm not saying that the non-Spice Girl groups of Britain aren't as important. I'm just saying that was kind of one of the more famous ones. All right, now here's the wax seal, which is on a 2x2 round tile. Look at it spins. I'm not sure if they're supposed to spin or not, but this one does. Now we can attach it. It wants me to put that on and then put it on, but as you can see, I'm impatient. Probably should listen to Lego. All right, let's see if we can lift it up. Our moment of truth, everyone. There it is. I don't want to hold it by this because I'm worried. There. And there we have our bottle. Let's give it this other way. And now I know a bunch of people are saying, going, but Craw, there's so many more pieces. What else are you going to be building? Well, this stand. Boom. Shaka laka. Sarah Harding, Girls Aloud. She's 39. Younger than me. You get to a certain age where when people, like, there's a point in time where you're not, like, shocked when someone younger than you dies, and I think it's 39, 40. I'm past that point. Right? Like, when I was, like, 20 and someone younger than me died, I was like, ooh. I don't have those red pieces. I legitimately do not see a single red piece in here. My kids didn't sneak in and steal my red pieces, did they? I'm not sure how necessary those pieces are going to be. So we're just going to keep building. I don't see them. I do not see them. So we're just going to keep building. Because the show must go on. Alright, there must be a bag or something I'm missing. There is! Maybe I should have annulled after all. There's a whole nother bag. No regrets though, right? That's going to go not across the line. Right. Her dish. Oh, that's sad that it happened that quickly. It can be. Some cancers are a little more aggressive than others, but it can be a long drag. Has anyone seen the movie Undercover Brother? It's a funny movie, I want to say, from about 2006. Maybe earlier, maybe 2003. Eddie Griffin. It's a parody of Austin Powers, and it's a parody of black culture, and it's a good movie. But every time I say the word long and I really elongate it, like it'll be some long, I think of that movie, because in the movie at one point, I forget who he's talking to. How many pieces was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is a 6. I forget who he's talking to. He's talking to someone about something. And what's the line go? Long division undercover brother. Okay, the quote is he asked, he tells the girl, I would like a little piece of the cookie, and she says, my cookie would break you in half. And he goes, maybe, but that would be some long division. Long. I don't know, it's funny. So every time I say the word long and I elongate the long, I think of that'd be some long division. I'll see myself out. It's a good movie though. Recommend anyone check it out. Lots of good jokes in it. Dave Chappelle's in it. Neil Patrick Harris is in it. Eddie Griffin, of course, is in it. Denise Richards is in it. It started as a webcomic, believe it or not. Just one of those old Flash comics that was animated on the web that was so popular in the late 90s. And then Malcolm Lee, Spike Lee's brother or cousin, I forget exactly how he's related to him, he took it up and made a movie out of it. Again, this was the late 90s, early 2000s. Things like that happened. It just kind of had to be there. No, Terry Crews is something else. Terry Crews is a different guy. Oh, yes. Terry Crews was in White Chicks. Terry Crews was definitely in White Chicks. He played a phenomenal role in that. Alright, not to build this twice, but that's going to go right out like that. So let's get our 8. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to start building the insides. Again, if I had actually nulled this out, probably go effect. Oh, he's a good dancer. I know why you're excited. I'm just going to say he's a good dancer. I don't feel like dancing. He knows how to dance. He's really good in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Oh, he's so funny in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Does anyone remember, like, his first break? I feel like the first thing I remember him from in American pop culture was Terry. I think he was Terry Crews. Maybe he went by Terry Tate. Office linebacker. I think it was a Staples commercial line, which he played a linebacker working in office, and he would like tackle people for doing like the TPS reports wrong. Okay, all right, and then that's going to take a 4x2 brown on top like that, and then we go. And then we're going to take these long guys and click in like that. All right, cool. And then we're going to take some of these nice teal, and they're going to get clicked on like that. That's a nice thing about, like, there is no reason for them to make that red other than it's going to help me find what piece I need to put in there. So I greatly appreciate when LEGO takes that step. And also, you know, giving me multicolored pieces helps with the replayability, helps with building up my collection of LEGO parts. All right, and then we're going to take 2 more of those. There we go. And then 2 of these. Again, it's just adding security into it, adding support. And then we're going to take this with our 2, and we're going to flip it upside down, and it's just going to rest gently in there like that, because this is going to click right in there. I don't know which direction it's going to be putting in, so we're just going to put it in like that for now. But again, good use of pieces on LEGO's part to make sure things fit in nicely. Then these white tiles will hold this in place. You gotta drop off mahalo for being here, RDR Zone. It's always a pleasure to see you, my friend. Hopefully I'll catch you up soon. And like I said to everyone else earlier, check out RDR Zone. Phenomenal dude. Really just understands how video games are made, and while he's fragging stuff and talking about stuff, he can help you understand why video games work the way they do. Good dude all around. I know you're leaving. I'm still telling people to go check you out. Unless you're like leaving Twitch forever. Which then don't go check him out because he's leaving Twitch forever. But I don't think that's the case. Alright, now we're going to use these circle tiles. And they're just going to rest right on top. I wish they could do some overlap to make some more security, but just doesn't work that way. You know me, I like to try to get as much overlap from a build perspective as I possibly can. There's a third one. Oof, no, really. No worries, my friend, have a good one. There's the 4th one. And now we're going to take these gold studs, and we're going to put them in the corners. Again, this is a decorative piece. So they want to make it as decorative and pretty as possible. Now, it recommends that we have north, going like that. So it's north to the top. Excuse me. There, that's fine. Lone Wolf, it's a pleasure having you here. So the VOD doesn't go up on Twitch, which is I'm sure you've figured out. The VODs always go on YouTube, so there is a delay while I edit and upload to YouTube. But it will be there eventually. Subscribe to my YouTube. If you don't know my YouTube, boom, YouTube. Yes. Oh, look, you typed YouTube. It popped up there, too. That's why I like Aloha the bot. Listens to what you say. Okay, there we go. And now, ooh, look at that. This is going to click in. But it doesn't go in all the way. We're going to take this. And this. We're going to have it point east. But we can, in theory, have it go any directions we want. So I'm going to point it to the northeast, because I live in the northeast. Hashtag spoiler. Alright. So this is going to be on the south side. We put 2 of those there. Alright, so I need 2 tiles, which are going to go along the side. These 2 black rotating pieces, but they're missing the top for now. And then, might as well get those out because I'll need those later. 2 2x1 cheese wedge slopes. Where's my other one? Where is my other one? There it is. And then these go on here. I don't think those cheese slopes were terribly necessary. I think the slopes would hold that placement if they weren't there. And then we're going to put these decorative little decorations on it that make it all pretty. Once I get these decorations on, I'll give you guys a quick close-up with my close-up cam. Here we go. Also, aloha, Lone Wolf, if you're still here. Thank you for being here. I realize I did not say that. The poor host. And now that we do that, now we can put this, which is, again, it's not a sticker, it's a printed piece. I love a good printed piece. I'm going to fan those out a little bit more. Like that. Alright, so here's what we're looking at. We have the name of the ship, and we have a little compass. I hope you guys like that. Now we can go do the north side. North side is going to be not seen as much because it's the back side of the model. And again, I don't imagine this is a model that I'll take off the shelf very often. Like, imagine I'm going to put it someplace, I'm going to set it and forget it, as they say in Ronco adverts. All right, and then we have to build 4 little things that this bottle then sits in. So this is the first one. And you know what I'm going to do real quick? I'm going to take a quick 2-second break. So I'll be right back on.
Dad will be right back.
Dad will be right back.
He might use the bathroom.
He might get a snack.
He might move Audrey.
He might move Sam to his bedroom.
He might move Maggie.
He might go to get a snack or a drink in 5 minutes.
He might be right back in 1 minute or
2 minutes.
3 minutes,
4 minutes.
5 minutes,
6 minutes.
7 minutes,
8 minutes.
9 minutes,
10 minutes.
or an hour. If you see a streamer's name pop up in the chat, he might come to rate someone.
He
And
might just come to go. He might just come to go to the bathroom also. And please don't say he needs to go poop.
And was ready for the grand finale, and he almost shout, he's gonna be right back.
He's gonna be right back.
Dad will be right back.
Dad.
And I'm already back. Hope you didn't miss me too much. Got another drink. It's a good drink. Zevia makes a creamy root beer flavor. If you've never had Zevia, one, I'm not sponsored by this, so this is not an ad. But Zevia is a soda made with stevia extract. And some of the flavors are much better than the diet soda that you're going to get. So I feel, for instance, their creamy root beer is better than a diet root beer they've ever had. So check them out if you're someone who's interested in having low-calorie sodas. I approve of them. All right, and then a 2x2. Yep, okay. Then a 2x1's gonna go on the edge. Then that's gonna go there. And that piece is gonna go there. Alright, and then we need another one of these with a 2x1 plate and a 2x2 curved slope. There's my 2x2 curved slopes. Step 104. It's only like 150, so we're 2/3 of the way done. So maybe at this pace we'll be here another hour or so. That would be my guess. We'll see. Sounds like a challenge if you ask me. And then that is going to go there. Then we're going to take this curvature piece and go off like that. That piece rolled off. And then we're going to go a 3. And then we're going with a 2. Like that. And then these nice long slopes. Up like that. Then a 2x1 to connect and hold that bracket in place. A 1x1 tile to go next to that. A 2x1 and a 1x1 tile plate. Those connect together like that. Then we're going to have another one of these gold shiny pieces go right on top. And then a 2x1 like that. And then we're going to rotate it like this. put that on there. And then that goes in like that. Voila. Oh, wait. Wrong portion, wrong portion, wrong portion. That needs to go back here. Like that. There. Now we get to build another one of these. We're going to build 4 of them. So we'll see how different they are from each other. Because that's really what it comes down to when you're building something repetitively, is how much different can they make it every time. So it's not just the same build. Okay. Alright, and then that's going to be a 2x2 to go on front. And then that is going to go in the front. Right, like so far this is just kind of the mirror image of what we just built. So be very curious, what do they do to justify not having me do this twice, right? Like this piece and this piece should be in theory, and these 2 pieces should be the same. So why did they not just have me build these 2 at the same side? What are they going to do differently? There we go. And then that is going to be a 3. Excuse me, I'm about to burp. Look at me, I'm a good streamer. I even managed to mute myself for you guys. Talent. Talent, I say. My kids love a good burp. They would have appreciated it. I don't think you guys would appreciate it, though. When do burps stop being funny? $1 million question. And why did they stop being funny is a better question. Right? What is it about a burp that is hilarious when you're little, but just stops being funny as you get older? What about us changes? Alright, and then this is going to be these wonderful slopes. Wonderful step slopes. Right, and then that's going to be a 2x1 there to hold that in place a little better. Then we need the tile. Where did the tile go? The tile is going to go there. And then that is going to go together. What do you bet? Again, this is me jumping to conclusions on my jump to conclusions map. And then I'm going to need that to go on like that. Then that is going to go in there like that. And now we have our back done. Right? And now we can take these plates to cover it up to hide the offensive studs that are not on top. So here's the back. Again, these are the arches we built. And then that will sit inlet like that. Cool. Alright, let's move onwards. So again, we're going to start with the 2x6. the 4x1, the 2x1, the 4x2, the 2x1. All of this has been the same. Now I know the difference is they're going to make me put the globes here, and that's just going to make it justifiable to them. My response, Lego, would be like, put 4 globes on this. You're really missing out on a golden opportunity to give us more globes. And then that's going to be a 2. That's going to be the corner piece. And then we're going to take you and you for a little slope up, a nice little arch. Well, actually, really, it's kind of this arch here. That's what we're doing, okay? This is the arch of the base plate. Oh, look at that. Here we have some change. Whew. It feels so different now. Look, I mean, look at the bottom. The bottom is going to be like this. It's going to be totally different, y'all. Totally different, everyone. Totes shocking. Then we're going to have, what's it? Then a 2x1. Now we can take these, and again we're just building the outside lip so it looks nice and pretty. And then that is going to go there. And then one of those. And one of those. Lastly, this piece for the lip. Yep. There we go. It's looking good. Sorry, I had a drinking problem with spilling my drink all over me. And this is the last one. Overall, I've enjoyed this build. It's a good build. It's an interesting build. They have some good variety into it. It's not the build we were promised in our LEGO Dimensions. It's not the one we voted for, but it's not a bad set. Right? It's not a bad set at the end of the day. I think it's a worthwhile addition to my collection. I don't know how long it will be a display piece. We'll have to see what the long-term joy from this set is. Like, the bonsai tree brings a lot of joy into my life daily. Every day I look at it and it brings me joy. I don't know about this one. The same thing with the Pride set. Every day I look at it and it does spark joy. In fact, when I work on my desk some more, I have a very prominent place that I want to display it on my desk. I'm going to put it underneath this monitor, and I think it's going to look really good there.
Holy
Holy Toledo, Nikki Darling, ladies and gentlemen, we got a raid coming in. Oh my lord, welcome everyone, aloha to everyone in Nikki Darling's chat. My name is Craw, you can enjoy me so much. I'm gonna mute myself on your stream while I go in and check in. How are you doing? How was your raid? Oh, Lady A, is this your doing? What were you playing, Nikki Darling? I would love to know what game you were playing, because those type of things are important to me. Those type of things are important. Today we are building a Lego ship in the bottle. We've already built the ship in the bottle, and now we're on the last, like, 10 pieces of it. But how are you doing, Nikki Darling? If you don't know Nikki Darling, check her out. She is a good friend. She's been around. I've hung out with her a couple times. No, Nikki actually wanted me to do it. Oh my god. It was your idea? I'm so flattered. I'm so flattered. I'm so flattered. I'm flattered that someone was like, let's go check out Craw. And Lady was like, sure, I guess we can go check him out. I like him sometimes. I'm just kidding. Mahalo for the follow, Mimo. I greatly appreciate it. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah. No, we're building this. This was a Lego idea set, so Lego has this process where people can submit sets that they think would be that'd be cool, and then after 10,000 people say, I'd buy this set, Lego will review it and make a decision whether it should be made a set. And that was one of those sets that when it went through the process, I said, I would like to buy this set. And when it came in, I said, I'm good. But it went on sale, and I finally picked it out. I just dropped a piece. I've dropped this piece like 10 times. Hold on, let me go get it. All right, we got the piece. Nikki was having a housewarming party. Nikki, did you move into a new house? Or is this like a new house online? I don't know. I'm going to allow LMAO. I have very aggressive chatting. You did just move. Did you move to a new house, a new apartment, a new condo, a new van? I mean, I don't know much about you as a person, so I don't want to, everyone moves with the place they want to move, but I'm very excited if you're excited about your new move. Yes, why would you not move to a new van, right? People buy vans and move into vans all the time, Coded. Let's not shame them, okay? And the reason I brought this up is I've been watching this YouTube couple, Kara and Nate. They would travel the world, and I caught on to them because they went to Antarctica, and I just thought it was so fascinating. And for COVID, they couldn't travel the world, so they bought a van, and then they just blew their van up every other week, it seemed. Don't kink shame. Yes, don't kink shame. Your new home and a new area. It's exciting. I'm excited about you. Getting in a new house, a new area. It's always a good time. I forgot where I left off. I got so excited about the raid. I didn't know where I am. You hated your old place. Options loves Kara and Nate. Well, you can let Options know that I am currently in their traveling east. They just got to Estes Park in Colorado, and I'm working my way through their videos right now. I don't know if I'm going to go back and watch the old stuff. Maybe I will. We'll see. But I like the idea of living in a van. I don't know if I could do it myself. I don't know if I could do it myself. I know my wife definitely could not do it. My wife would kill me. That would be like Exhibit A in her rightful murdering of her husband case. Move north, south, east, or west. You move southwest. The idea is very romantic. It is. It is. Again, I couldn't do it myself. And I think one of the reasons that we couldn't do it ourselves is we both recognize at the end of the day that our idea of reffing it is like spotty Wi-Fi. That would be do it. Yeah, I would struggle with spotty Wi-Fi. All right, so there we go. And it's not that I'm like an elitist. I mean, sure, I live in an elitist level town, but I'm just saying I would struggle with spotty Wi-Fi. That'd be a challenge for me to overcome. I'm from California, right? Like when you think about where you are in the world, when people settled like Boston or like Michigan or like England, right? They moved there and they had like stone tools. They were like hammering things into the ground. Settlers in California had to deal with spotty Wi-Fi, right? That was our struggle. We panned for gold, trying to get a cell phone reception so that we could connect to Facebook. That is our Californian history. So, yeah. If you're like judging me for that, that's your problem. That's on you. I was going to have to wind down for sleep, but you're a wonderful human being. Oh, thank you so much. Mahalo for being here, Lady A. I greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. Even if it wasn't your idea. I greatly appreciate you being here. Appreciate your friendship. Alright, we got that on board. We got that. We got our 4 little dots. Alright, and then we got that in there. And then we can put these on, so we can get rid of the snot. Snot being studs not on top. We're just covering them up. And then we can take these purple heads and put them there. And lastly, we're going to take these pieces. And these pieces are a globe. In each of the globes has a European hemisphere and a North American hemisphere. And I know conceptually they want you to put it so that you have each one facing differently to it. And I don't know if I want to do that. I think I might want to put... Uh-oh. My wife is calling me. Let me see what it was. I need to move my daughter. All right, we're gonna move the daughter for the benefit of Nikki Darling. You get to see the best thing you're about to see on Twitch. My Be Right Back screen. Don't go anywhere.
Dad will be right back.
Dad will be right back.
He might use the bathroom.
He might get a snack.
He might move Audrey.
He might move Sam to his bedroom.
He might move Maggie.
He might go to get a snack or a drink in 5 minutes.
He might be right back in 1 minute or
2 minutes.
3 minutes.
4 minutes.
5 minutes.
6 minutes.
7 minutes.
8 minutes.
9 minutes.
10 minutes.
Or an hour. If you see a streamer's name pop up in the chat, he might come to rate someone.
He might just come to go. He might just come to go to the bathroom also. And please don't say he needs to go poop.
And he was ready for the grand finale. And we all shout, he's gonna be right back.
He's gonna be right back.
Dad will be right back.
Dad will be right back.
He might use the bathroom.
He might get a snack.
He might move Audrey.
He might move Sam to his bedroom.
He might move Maggie.
He might go to get a snack or a drink in 5 minutes.
He might be right back in 1 minute or
2 minutes.
3 minutes.
4 minutes.
5 minutes.
6 minutes.
7 minutes.
8 minutes.
9 minutes.
10 minutes.
Or an hour.
I always love the escalation of like minutes to minutes to minutes to like an hour. Oh, I'm so glad that you guys enjoyed it. Mahalo for being here, Coded. Always greatly appreciate to have you around, my friend. Always appreciate to have you around. And Nikki, Rex, I'm glad you guys got to see literally the best Be Right Back screen you're going to see in all of Twitch. Alright, and now we're going for the last step in the whole process. I felt almost guilty not going into the Be Right Back screen to just literally do this. And now it's complete. Alright. So let's do a tour of this so it doesn't feel like I made you go watch the Be Right Back screen for me to not be here. Up here we have the wonderful sprout portion, the spigot of the bottle, a little wax cylinder here. In here we have the actual ship with water simulated, some nice beautiful sails, just a ton of translucent bricks. I mean, it's just, I'm worried about fingerprints on this bottle. The actual stand has the name of the ship, the Leviathanism, Leviathan. I don't know. Some globes that spin, a little compass that spins. I have it on northeast because I live in the northeast of America. And then it sits in here like that. Voila. This is going to be good on my somewhere. I have to find a place for it in my office. But I'm going to enjoy having this somewhere. Mahalo to everyone for coming to this stream. Mahalo for Nikki for the raid. Mahalo for the follow to Mimo14. I greatly appreciate it. Aloha Musa Boot. Popping in the last second. Let me do some introductions real quick because I got 3 people I don't think know each other. 1, Musa Boot showing up. Moose is a Canadian who sometimes lifts weights, but mostly just stands there in his beautiful, beautiful gym with his hair that I am solely jealous of. Go check out Musa Boot. We have Rex as a dinosaur. She's a Lego streamer, does some Lego games, does some Lego builds, phenomenal. And we have Nikki Darling who came in with the raid. She's wonderful. She is nice. I've seen her in her streams a couple of times. I haven't spent enough time in her streams as I would like to, but she is a sweetheart, and I've always enjoyed interacting with her when I have had the opportunity to interact with her. Feel free to check her out. I see her gameplays like Sea of Thieves, The Media, Moving Out, Fantasy Online, and Checkers. So check her out. She's a sweetheart. Let's find, yes, there's a Moose Aboot. He is phenomenal. You guys can't go wrong with that. Let's find someone to raid, shall we? If you have any raid suggestions, throw them into the chat while I look and see who I would throw you guys to. I've got some, if you want to continue, we're going to do a poll. Let's do a poll. Polls are fun. People like polls, right? Polls are hip. I can't go to my Just Chatting, unfortunately, because the camera for Just Chatting is right here. So let's do a poll. I'm going to bring this over here. There we go. We're going to do a poll to figure out where we want to go to. New poll. We're going to call it the raid poll. Do we want to continue on with the Lego fun? Right, because I don't think you guys can see all this. So do you want to continue on with the Lego fun? Do you want to go see another dad? Or do you want... Who else do we have? It would be fun. Actually, pretty much all the people I would raid are Lego streamers at this point. So I may have to make you guys... Yeah. So do you want to see a Lego streamer or do you want to see a dad? We're going to have 1 minute for the poll. You can use your Mahalo Rewards points to get additional votes if you want. Yes, we're all done. We're all done, Rex. We finished this beautiful, beautiful ship in a bottle. Is there speed building? Yes, there actually are people with speed build. That's not my idea of a good time. It's beautiful. So here's the ship in the bottle. We'll go a slow drive by. It's got nice little translucent studs in the bottom of it. And then the base. It's got a little compass in the middle. 2 little globy globes on this side. A lot of snot action on it. I don't build fast. I tried to make it, I try to do it in a 2-hour stream. I try not to stream longer than that. All right, we have a raid. It's almost done. Let's see how we're doing with our poll. No one is voting in a raid. No one voted in a raid. Greatly appreciate everyone not voting. All right. So we are going to go raid. We're going to continue with this hot, fun action. We're going to go to one of my favorite Lego streamers. That is the local brick shop. If you don't know who he is Canadian. So hype to people in the chat who like Canadians. He owns a Lego shop. It's not like the Lego store, but he is a Lego like store, and it's his. It's not branded. It's just like his. And he started streaming during COVID, just kind of as a, hey, I time on my hands when people aren't coming to my shop, and so oftentimes his streams are, here's this massive bin of Lego, let's just sort through it, or here's this old set that I'm gonna put together. It's a lot of fun. He does giveaways left and right. He understands what streaming can be, and I thoroughly enjoy him. So let's go raid him. We're gonna be raiding at the local brick shop. Awesome dude. Awesome dude. I hope you guys all enjoy it. We do not have a raid call or anything like that. All we do is imagine being Canadian. Go get some free healthcare, nerds. Yes, exactly. I don't have a raid call or anything. All I ask is that you spread the aloha spirit. Mahalo for being here. Mahalo for being a part of my growth as a journey leader and a communicator. Yeah. Let's have a great day. Aloha, everyone.
The colors will line up properly. That must be. It must just be a weird freeze. Let's do that. Let's pretend that this is correct now. And then I can actually
Amazing.
see it. Boots the boots. How's it going? Kind of boots. I like boots. There's the very delayed everything. Aloha, hello, aloha, crowd, welcome. My lovely streamers are trying, or my lovely viewers are trying to break my stream today, and yeah, that's enough of that one. We're just gonna do that. That was okay, perfect. How's it going, aloha, crowd? Welcome.